Jayride is a travel technology company at an early stage in a long-term growth trajectory. We help travelers find and book their rides around the world. That's shared airport shuttles, private cars, ride-hailing companies, names you know like Cabify, Uber, Lyft, names you don't, like a local operator that can take you around the Canary Islands, Malta, Santorini. We allow travelers to find and book all of these rides, and we are the largest aggregator of such ride service companies in the world, with over 3,700 transport companies that serve over 1,600 airports that represent 95% of the world's airport traveler volume. That's 95% of the destinations that travelers go. You can get a ride with Jayride. We sell these rides at jayride.com, and also we package them up and deliver them to the travel industry. Brands you know, like Booking.com, Expedia, use Jayride to provide rides to their travelers, bundling with hotels, flights, to make sure that every itinerary can be door to door. That's been a tricky problem for the travel industry to solve because there's lots of local operators, lots of aggregation to do. Jayride makes it simple. We allow travel brands to plug and play the entire ride service industry with a single API for an outstanding service every time. Jayride's growing, and to understand what happens next, it's good to take a look at where we've been. For over 6 years, Jayride was growing at double-digit percentage growth every quarter, right up until the pandemic. In 2018 and 2019, we rolled out from 5 countries to globally, over 100 plus countries served. And in particular, the 2 major destination markets that we opened were in Europe and Asian destinations. Late 2019, we had all that ready to go, and then you can see on the screen, March 2020, the onset of the pandemic, and Jayride lost 95% of its business at the onset of the pandemic. We got through on cost savings. We reduced headcount and we ran a very lean ship to make sure that we were positioned to capture the recovery when it came through. Critically, we retained all of the key IP and all of the product and engineering group to make sure that we were building for that recovery as it came. So we found ourselves, as the recovery started coming through, well positioned to win market share. And that's what you can see here. As the recoveries come through, Jayride has outperformed. We've won market share. You can look at the European market pictured in yellow. It's gone to a multiple of where we were pre-pandemic. And that's as a result of that 2018, 2019 rollout, now capturing a lot of traveler behavior, a lot of travel bookings as the recovery comes through. Thinking ahead and what happens next, the Asian market in destinations that Australians love to travel to is now reopening. In October alone, we've had Japan, Hong Kong, Taiwan reopen. In the months since Bali's reopened, Bali has become Jayride's top destination globally. So we're looking forward to massive expansion across Oceania and Asian destination markets over the course of the coming quarters, and to continue to be a much larger and more profitable Jayride. In February, Jayride outlined what some would at the time say bold milestones beyond recovery. At the onset of the pandemic, Jayride was on a growth trajectory, but it wasn't anywhere near its full potential. And as in February, profits started to exceed pre-pandemic levels, we realized that we needed to set new and higher bars to cross. So we outlined a series of milestones relating to profitability, relating to powerful unit economics that scale, and related to overall scale and passenger trips booked. Every time passenger trips are booked, Jayride makes a commission on sale. That commission at net revenue per trip delivers the revenue for the company. At a certain contribution margin, delivers the profit for the company. And our objective was to become both larger in terms of scale and also more profitable in terms of margin than ever before. And you can see on the screen how we've been dusting off these milestones over the course of the following months. We're now looking at the next 2 milestones ahead. Jayride's progressing to over 1 million passenger trips booked at $10 net revenue per trip. 1 million trips at $10 each, Jayride will be a cash positive growth company. And that's just the first of 2 growth horizons. When we think about becoming the world leader, we are on track to deliver a vision of service for the traveler, where the traveler can find and book rides to and from anywhere on earth. And that's a multi-million trip a year opportunity. At Growth Horizon 1, at 1 million trips a year and $10 each, Jayride is a cash positive growth company, but it doesn't stop there. Towards 10 million trips a year, we'll continue to build out our traveler proposition to a point where it's an unmatched technology that enables both travelers to have a fantastic experience and the travel industry to turnkey something that truly cannibalizes the taxi rack. So today, at today's scale and progressing towards 1 million trips, that's about cutting new features with regards to European regionalization, capturing that Asian destination recovery. But towards 10 million trips a year, we're talking a full multilingual platform with global source markets. Towards 1 million trips a year, we are talking about non-airport destinations like rail terminals, cruise ship terminals. But towards 10 million trips a year, that could be anywhere to anywhere. As a traveler progressing from your conference center to your airport or your cruise ship terminal to your hotel. It doesn't have to feature an airport. The traveler's problems extend beyond the airport. And then lastly, right now, focusing entirely on pre-booked itineraries, the traveler wants to be able to have a language that they know, a currency that they know for every trip they take, and without having to download the local ride-hailing app in order to get around. Jayride's got the ability to extend our traveler offer to travelers in their language and in their currency with no app to download, so that they can truly get around from anywhere to anywhere, even while they're in destination. So as Jayride progresses through these two growth horizons, through cash positive, towards becoming the true leader in the market and delivering our vision, that is door-to-door rides to suit every traveler's needs in every country, we'll continue to keep investors updated, and we'll continue to improve our product at jayride.com. Thank you very much for your time, and looking forward to sharing the progress with you as we go.